So the animal's down before it even feels the prick of the dart.
Is there an antidote?
What do you mean, like if you shot yourself in the foot? Don't do that. You'd be dead before you even realized you had an accident.
Tengo mi hijo conmigo. No voy a hacer nada que es peligroso para él.
Espera, un momento. The guy says that he wants to unload at the shore right here. He won't go any further up the river. He's heard too many stories about this island chain, and he wants to drop us off and go anchor somewhere offshore. ¿Qué tipo de cuentos?
Los de pescadores que se acercaron demasiado a las islas y nunca volvieron.
Sí. He's heard stories of fishermen that came too close to the island and then never returned. But he will not stay here.
No me quedaré en ningún lugar cerca de esas islas.
He won't stay anywhere near these islands.
Se llaman las Cinco Muertes.
They call the islands Las Cinco Muertes.
Sí.
What does that mean?
5 deaths, he says.
Welcome to Isla Pena, which in Spanish means Sorrow Island. This island is the youngest, smallest, and last of the islands in Las Cinco Muertes from north to south. Isla Pena has very different origins from the other 4 islands. While the rest were formed by volcanic eruptions, which are still active on Isla Tecano, this island has only indirect volcanic origins. The tiny, skinny island runs northeast from Isla Tecano's southern peninsula. Both Tecano and Pena were formed from relatively recent lava flow that went nearly 20 miles out into the sea before stopping. In the following centuries, sand and other debris accumulated on part of the lava flow, forming Isla Pena. Nasrani Global was really on the fence about constructing here due to the island's size. However, due to the hastened amount of newly resurrected prehistoric genomes, it was a wise move to put some of the free real estate to good use. The location scouts found the least treacherous area of the island to be a sloping, segmented forest situated on numerous cliffs. The park itself is relatively small, bolstering only 2 hotels, 4 species, and limited amenities. There are 5 sectors which make up the park. Starting at Double O, this is the park security hub, where both asset containment and rangers are stationed and employed when the need arises. Onto Sector 01, this is where our standard guest complex resides. Guests can get settled into rooms, dine and entertain themselves before descending onto the rest of the park. To get to the various other sectors, guests will need to board the various monorails scattered around due to the rough, uneven terrain. Boarding the station near the entrance will ferry to Sector 02. This is the guest circle, where you can find entertainment, 5-star foods to indulge yourself, and education within the Innovation Center, where you can learn of the park's inhabitants. Heading into Sector 03, this is where you'll find the premium guest complex. High-paying guests have their own secluded hotel and amenities, perched on a high cliff, offering them an amazing lookout point towards the Pacific Ocean. The best perk of being a premium guest on Isla Pena is that you have the opportunity of being a next-door neighbor to our Herrerasaurus pack. The Herrerasaurus is a South American carnivorous theropod from the Triassic period. While it may resemble members of the Dromaeosauridae family, such as Deinonychus and Velociraptor, it lacks the iconic sickle claw found on those 2 species. Don't let that fool you. These creatures still command the utmost of respect from staff and visitors alike. We want to make sure that we provided a cozy space for the animals and guests in this sector. On to the 4th and final sector of the park. This is where the majority of the island's prehistoric creatures reside. 3 enclosures can be found here. The largest of the 3 houses one of the largest terrestrial animals of all time, the Dreadnoughtus. This South American sauropod is a member of the Titanosauria family and the most well preserved from that region. It's the need of skeletal reconstructions when you have the real thing. The enclosure is designed to replicate its natural habitat from the late Cretaceous Argentina. The enclosure situated farthest south in the park houses a pair of Albiasauridae family members from South America, known as meat-eating bull or Carnotaurus. These stubby-armed carnivores originally had the ability to camouflage into their surroundings. However, Masrani reminded his geneticists that the point of these animals was to allow visitors to view them easily. A savanna-styled enclosure we provided them should surely give guests easy viewing. In this final enclosure, Isla Pena's main attraction is exhibited. They are members of the Carcharodontosaurid family from the late Cretaceous, and are known for possibly taking down sauropods in small packs. This is none other than Giganotosaurus. While this behemoth's bite force wasn't as powerful as Tyrannosaurus, it makes up for this with sharp, serrated teeth, perfect for inflicting deep wounds and heavy bleeding, leading to the demise of lightly or unarmored prey. They do, however, beat T-Rex at size, coming in at a height of 17.5 feet and a length of 50.9 feet. Giganotosaurus is an impressive dinosaur, demonstrating the evolutionary advantage of size. It's no wonder why this dinosaur is a guest favorite. And that is all that Isla Pena has to offer. While this park isn't as extravagant as the other 5 deaths, it still has quite the excitement to offer its guests. We are at the home stretch now, with only one more park to showcase, on the once research facility known as Site B, or Isla Sorna more commonly. See you there.